Get ready for the Squawking Eagles Podcast, the show that covers only the Philadelphia Eagles. Think different. Think Squawking Eagles Podcast.
Hello, and welcome back to the Squawking Eagles Podcast. I am Mike, and I am joined by Miguel and Mark. How's it going, fellas?
Like CM Punk, it's clobbering time. Let's go.
10-1 feels pretty good.
It does, right? You know what? Actually,
11-1 is going to feel better.
Yeah, especially this 11-1. Especially this 11-1. Well, we're here. We're back after an Eagles win, an overtime thriller against the Buffalo Bills. Wow, what a game! If you didn't listen to the post-game reactions that we had during the game, I go back and listen to it if I were you. That was the amount of frustration you can hear in Mark and Miguel's voices. Me, I kind of like faded out. I couldn't keep going. I just had to fade myself out. My phone died. I was like, forget it. I'm not even going to bother charging it right now. And it was just wow. And so let me hear what you guys like really quick.
Start with Mark.
Let's go, Mark. Let's hear it. I want to hear about how much I want to hear all the praise of Brian Johnson that you have right now.
Brian Johnson. I'm gonna start the other side though. What about Josh Allen? Throwing it to our one and only James Bradbury, just like he's so good at doing. Oh man, guys, hold on. Let me go back a few years. I'll tell you, Josh Allen's a Heisman candidate, man. Josh Allen's the guy. Get taken top 5 player overall, bro. He's got a future. He's the man. You know what he's great at? He throws the ball so well to the opposing teams. No other quarterback does it better. He's so good. Oh, he had a great game. 500 yards receiving. Yeah, and a ball to the other team. You know, it's good like that. It's good like that. I know picks go Hurts way too. Hurts to be a little bit sloppy with the ball this year. I get it. It's fine. But damn, it feels good to look at Josh Allen and all his fans whine. I'll tell you what kills me is I feel like people everywhere are all about the refs. All about the Eagles have the refs in their pocket. The Chiefs have the refs in their pocket
all week.
First off, there's stats. I found the stats somewhere. I was posting about it earlier. We're like, I think like 18th or 20th for calls against. Like we're not doing well. The Chiefs are actually like mid, which I'll be honest is crazy to me because I feel like the Chiefs go with murder. And it's like some of the bottom feeding teams that really get away with it. But some of the plays in that game, for instance, I gotta start off with it. I know I want you guys in on this, but was it Preston? Is that his name? That he comes off the ball in the offsides and just throws Jurgens down.
That is Phillips.
Phillips, whatever his name is, and just continues
dirty play.
with it.
Dirty.
Like no, offside. It's fine. Push a guy over. Oh, I push. Whatever. You continue. Like the play is. You heard the whistle. You know it's offsides. You're a smart NFL player. You're just a dirty man. This guy is the defensive version of Trent Williams. I'm warning you right now for the next week already. Trent Williams, dirty. Honestly, some of the plays those two players make shouldn't even be allowed. Like Williams shouldn't even be allowed in the league. He's one of the dirtiest players I've ever seen. We're about to go up against him. So being mindful of that ahead of time. Now, Phillips, I've seen a couple plays like that from him, but the way he was with the fans, the fact he does stuff like that. Come on, man. Like it's football. Like we were just talking pre-pod about Hard Knocks.
Mm-hmm.
If you watch that, you see the film clip of Christian Wilkins, defensive lineman from Miami, And he's walking around. He's like, man, I just love this. He's like, man, we're playing football. I think football is fun. This isn't my job. Like, this is so great. Like, he lives the mindset that I would have. Like,
Yeah.
you're telling me you're going to pay me, and not just pay me millions to play football? Sign me up today, my guy. You're going to come in and be dirty and treat people like that? Nah, there's no place for that in a sport.
Yeah.
It just makes no sense.
I agree. We got Miguel.
Yeah, well, shoot, man. Like the last 3 weeks, it's been a really frustrating first half, frustrating beginning of the third quarter until they actually smell the ammonia to wake themselves up, because I think that's what they do on the sidelines. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but it was crappy weather. We start the game off passing it again 3 times in a row, and it seemed to be a theme the whole day. Passing the ball in shitty weather. What Brian Johnson is thinking in the beginning of the game, I don't know. And if you heard anything about his the post-game press conference on Tuesday, where he came out and he kind of vaguely said he game preps the first 15 games.
Didn't sound like it.
Right.
Didn't sound like it.
But it sounds like he goes, okay, this is what we're going to run with, and we're going to just adjust as we go along. Like,
we don't adjust.
I don't know. I don't know what his strategy is, but I mean, at the end of the game, we win. So if it's not for the defense keeping us in this whole game,
you're right. Defense kept us in the game, and mistakes. Missed field goals helps too. Like missed field goals.
Oh yeah, they had 2 field goals that they were
and bad decision making. Let's be honest. If we're down or if we're tied, 20 seconds on the clock with a timeout, if you're not taking a shot downfield to win the game, what are you doing?
Right.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
If you trust your quarterback and your receivers, you don't have to even go all the way. You go 30 yards, timeout, field goal wins the game.
Yeah. Yeah, that's on Sean McDermott. What? Yeah, that's on McDermott. What? He gave up. He didn't, I guess.
I know.
I mean, if you take that moment, that 20 seconds that they gave up and put it towards the end of the game there, where Davis runs the wrong route or Josh Allen throws the wrong route. I don't know which one happened. Thank God, both that, they didn't make that play.
Yeah.
But those 20 seconds at the end of the game is huge.
Yeah,
it's huge.
Yeah.
Who like if it's 2 seconds on the clock and you want to take a knee, like you have no timeouts, like all right, whatever. I guess you don't want to risk a pick six. I get it.
Right.
But 20 seconds and a timeout, out route, out. 18 or let's say 14 seconds left on the clock. You just gained 7 yards. Do another one, and we'll do a little more of a post route. All right, maybe you're down to 3 seconds. You call that timeout, but now you're in field goal range. Yeah. Like at least take that chance, right?
Yeah. It's like don't forget. I think McDermott was on Andy Reid's.
He was,
his coaching tree.
Yep.
And so Andy Reid isn't the best game management coach, I would say. So
time manager. Yeah, we did complain about Randy Andy,
all the time. The time.
You know what though?
Not calling timeouts or running time.
Plus side out of all this. Plus side, all right. Because Brian Johnson was doing so well with his coloring book this weekend that
we need to design a coloring book for him now.
Other teams are looking to hire him to draw their coloring books.
I know. Can you believe this? Like, there's a lot of it. A lot of talk.
My point,
people wanting him.
Like I was talking to people, like it's great to hear enough of the world. Again, like I watch all the games. I care about all the different teams. I like to see what's going on in the league. I'm actually happy for Herbert to hear that there's rumor that like the Staley is officially going to be let go at the end of the season. He deserves a better coach. That team, like he just deserves a better career than this. If we go 10, we're 10-1. If we go the whole way, no one's getting fired from this coaching staff. It's just like I love that we're 10-1, and the general consensus among Eagles football fans, like 80% plus, is like fire the coordinator. It's like,
that's
you're
what it was.
Everything. Get rid of it.
Was 80, I think we took a poll on Instagram, and it was like 82% was like, yes, let him go. Goodbye.
Yeah, now. So, like, that's obviously not going to happen, no matter, like, especially if we win it all. We're not going to fire
I mean,
him.
However, he doesn't have to get fired, though. Somebody could just offer him a job.
Correct.
Exactly. And that's my hope.
That's what they're saying. Yeah.
I think that's where I'm at this point now.
Frank Wright?
He's out there. Frank Wright is out there. Along with
where I'm sitting at the moment. I don't really care if it's right. I'm just saying at the moment, I'm like, hey, you know what? I hope that we can continue to win this season. Yeah. But I'm hoping the end of the season, some foolhardy team goes, hey, I saw how well it went for other teams like the Cardinals when they grabbed Philly coordinators. Let me try. And he comes in with his coloring book and goes, guys, this circle and this squiggle line here, this is our bread and butter. It's called the screen. We're going to run it 37 times out of 47 plays.
And after that,
the other 10 are going to be quarterback draws. And what about all these other plays? We don't need them. We've got the screen. So, and if it doesn't work left, you go right. And if it doesn't work right, you go in the middle. And if that doesn't work, quarterback draw. You got your whole season planned.
But going back to the game real quick, I also feel like as you could, it's pretty evident that the coaching staff is really making an effort to conserve Swift.
You think so?
Like we saw a good dose of Gainwell. Granted, he had a decent game, but it's obvious the way that they used him these last couple of weeks that they have a pitch count on him, in my opinion.
Okay.
I don't condone sports betting. However, just since you're bringing up the lack of plays there for our Mr. DeAndre Swift.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm going to read it out and I'll show it closer.
Okay.
This was a little $3 bet. Just a $3 bet. $3 bet. Turns into almost 700. Devontae Smith touchdown. Nailed it.
Check.
AJ Brown touchdown. Nailed it. Amalaya Zacchaeus touchdown. Nailed it.
Unreal.
DeAndre Swift, 60-plus rushing yards. Nailed it. Philadelphia, over 22.5 points. Nailed it. DeAndre Swift, 16 yards receiving.
How many do you have? How many do you have?
Because all the other screenplays, went to Gainwell. Look at all those check marks. Look at all those check marks.
It's always that one, Mark. It's always that one for me. It's always that one.
I'm not kidding you. There was I swear to you, and of course I don't have it. I can't prove it. But I was making that leg. That was actually the last leg I added. I was thinking about adding.
It's always the last one. It's always
I was looking at. I was like, Jalen Hurts going to score probably, and there was an option Jalen Hurts to score like 1.5 or more touchdowns. So I was like, and it was a crazy different odds. It was like, I already have 3 guys with receiving touchdowns. Him running in more than one, like this is already outrageous.
And he did.
Swift with a screen pass for like 16 yards. That's easy.
Which is wild, by the way. It's like you don't even if you're watching that game, you don't realize that Jalen just threw or had 5 touchdowns, threw for 3, ran for 2.
Yeah, you don't
it didn't feel like
that.
I think at some point in the game they put in that little scroll that came across the bottom that said he had 98 yards total in passing. I think it was like at the beginning of the third quarter, the end of the second quarter, somewhere around there. I'm like, this is effing ridiculous. Like, wow.
They didn't play 4 quarters. They only played.
It was raining. Why were you throwing the ball in the first place?
But according to Jason Kelsey on the New Heights podcast, he said it wasn't really that bad. It looked worse on TV than it was on the field.
I'm sorry.
Did he say anything?
He can say whatever he wants. When you got AJ Brown and Stephon Diggs dropping passes that they should catch, it's raining. Like, come on, man.
Are you gonna ask me?
What about? Did he say anything about his 2 false starts that almost cost the game? Did he say anything about that?
He said yes. He said he did make a movement that he didn't make throughout the entire game, and that's something that the refs specifically tell you as a lineman. Like they'll in the beginning of the game when you're lining up. If you do a certain movement to line up, whether it be move the ball or whatever, but if it's a fast twitch, they're going to call it. So they'll let you do that the whole game. But then if you do something different in the last couple of minutes of the game, they're going to call it. So he said,
is that why for the Bills, their left guard got like a half step off the line before the ball went? Like, maybe 80% of the plays. So because he did it to start, it's fine.
I feel like a lot of tackles though always are.
Lane Johnson does it.
Oh
and
yeah.
So does
Milano. No, who was it we had? God, I always draw a blank on
Jason
the
Peters.
Yeah. Jason Peters.
That man's kickback leg was always on the ball. But it was like the ball's gonna snap now. It's like here it goes.
Yeah, he'd say he did jump, and he said Travis Kelce laughed at him. He said next time you gotta play it off and like point.
Yeah, he's got to do that. He has to. He has.
I thought you get away with the points. You just
yeah.
Look at that over there. There's a person in the crowd.
I mean, yeah, that those two penalties really hurt us.
It did. Yeah.
By the videos that we've seen that have come out since then, before that kick, where they were just stoic on the sideline, they knew that Jake was going to make that kick. They have no fear that he was going to make it. You know, did you hear the story that Nick Sirianni had him stand in front of the team during the meeting and just make putts? He was supposed to make putts.
Really?
Like the comparison was supposed to be like to Tiger Woods under pressure, right?
Right.
And he made all 10 putts. Like he's got ice in his veins. He's not shooken about anything. Like,
and I'm so glad the Bengals cut him or put him on the practice squad. I'm so glad they did that.
I said we went out and grabbed him. We left Cameron Dicker, who I thought was actually a pretty good kicker, and he's still a starting kicker. And I'm like, we went out and got Jake Elliott, who makes the best faces. Can we also touch on that? This man kicks a ball from anywhere beyond 50, and he immediately, like, as soon as the ball he was in, he goes.
But I think when he kicked that one, he knew it was good. His arm was
he knew
up.
This one, yeah.
He knew exactly that was
but like his one, like 60-yarder the other week, he was like, and then went through. He's like, I did it.
Man,
NFL Network is replaying the game right now.
Oh, it's because you're going to watch that over what's on now. I mean,
now they just put out how many people watched that game. It's the number one non-Thanksgiving game. 30 million people.
Jeez, that's it.
30 million.
That's just what. That's all.
That was more than yeah, right. It was what 3 million more than the previous one, which was the Eagles and Chiefs.
I wonder if this weekend I'll break it even more.
I think this weekend's game against the Niners is going to be.
I think this might be the most viewed 4:00 game.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. So let's do our one word for this game. I'll go first. This game for me was such a. It's like an up and down. You know, the Eagles only playing one quarter of a game kind of just really just destroys me. I'm stressed out the whole game. and finally, I'm like, you know, they pull it at the end, and you can see that they're relentless. They're relentless in not, you know, they have this composure, and they know they're going to win. I feel like they know they're going to win. They don't need to rush. They just take their time. They march down the field and they score. My word, relentless.
Damn, you took mine. Fuck.
Then we'll go to Mark. We'll go to Mark.
I'll be honest, man. I didn't quite think of a word this week because there's just so much going through my head. And I'm gonna look back on it now, and I'm gonna just. It might be a bit of a cop out, but so I'm gonna stick with it. Gauntlet.
You love the gauntlet.
Another week where we are the gauntlet.
It's true.
You think you're coming to town. You think they just played a hard game, and they just played a hard game. Now our opponents played a hard game against us. We are your gauntlet. We are the toughest team on your schedule. You're not the toughest team on our schedule. Toughest team on our schedule, Monday through Thursday practice, my guy. Toughest team on our schedule is ourselves.
Right.
Nah, we're the toughest team on your schedule.
Good point. I like that. Miguel.
Oh, man.
I stole your word. Sorry.
You
Sorry,
did. You did. It's all right.
Man,
you really struggled.
While you're thinking about this, the Cowboys, the Seahawks are no good. The Seahawks are no good. They are not. They are.
That game is currently on as we're recording this podcast.
As we're recording, It just started, and I'm watching. I'm like, Seattle, and then I know you're thinking about your word, but we just found out that the Eagles are, and you're going to play the Seahawks on Week 15, and it's going to be a flex game into Monday Night Football. Because I think the game was originally going to be Broncos and Chiefs, and I think they took that out.
Not gonna lie, that might be a more interesting game to watch.
Yeah, I thought it was
the Broncos are starting to get their stuff together.
Yeah, finally.
Hey, Miguel, how about persistent?
Persistent.
Well, I was gonna go more of a fighter. They're fighters.
Fighters.
Okay. Fighters.
Like that.
They didn't give up. They didn't give up. They played for one another. They continued to hang in the game. The defense kept us in it as much as they could, and everybody did their part and what they needed to do to help win that game, man. So
they did.
It was a struggle to get to where they got to, but they did it as a team, and all phases of the game at that in the fourth quarter came together. So they're a bunch of fighters.
Yeah. So that's with that game. Go ahead, Mark.
I said we're gonna talk about being fighters, so I just gotta add in, and I can swing from this. How about wanting to fight, wanting to win a game? How about having your 6'7" or 8, 360-pound man run 17 miles an hour, chasing down?
Oh man!
I'll bet that Josh Allen on that sprint is probably looking behind him like, God damn,
where did he come from?
Exactly.
Jordan Davis is. I'm a big fan of Jordan Davis. Big fan.
Oh yeah, I gotta pivot with him. Okay. Did any of y'all see the clip of him recording the song?
Oh my God, he has the voice of an angel. Yeah,
I thought Marlana's voice was stunning.
Yeah,
dude, we have a whole choir.
If you haven't heard it, I'm gonna insert it right now.
I was so nervous. Goodness gracious, this is excruciating. All right. Here we are, as in olden days, happy golden days of yore. Oh my God. Oh my God. Faithful friends who are dear to us, gather near to us once more. How does the last part run through?
I love the sound of your voice, man.
Shucks, man. Thank y'all.
And his voice is amazing.
Everybody's just standing around with their mouth just wide open.
Well, he said that he's like, I'm kind of nervous, man. I don't want to do this. Angels singing. It's like, what the hell?
Yeah.
What did you like open the door to like a church choir? What is this?
Jesus. Yeah, what a monster. That play where he chased down Allen, man. Like if Allen stops, I don't think Allen ever gets back up off the ground.
No.
Man goes into the ground.
Yeah.
Imagine getting sacked by that man and be like, yeah. Then like you turn around and he's sitting there singing like that, just like just like
it would have been a permanent impression of Josh Allen on the Lincoln Financial turf.
Right. Scoop him up
a permanent impression of Jordan Davis.
Yeah,
right. Oh my gosh.
On the sideline.
I think if you watch some of the players' reactions when he gets up, like you see the opponents are kind of like, damn. Like
they were shocked.
Did you see Chris's Long's reactions?
Yeah, Chris Long's great. Yeah. Chris Long has good reactions. Yeah, if you don't see his reactions, definitely look him up.
Definitely smoke a joint while you listen to this podcast too, because it makes it
He's
even
got
better.
A good podcast. He's got a good
not all of us are in Jersey there, Miguel.
Well, sorry, you can't be in the greatest state in the country.
Great. All right, before we move on, I want to talk about Instagram. Wait,
hold on. I gotta cut it there. I'm sorry.
What?
Greatest state in the country, and you host home to the Jets and Giants?
Wait, hey.
Whoa!
Hey. Nah. I don't choose the teams that get to play in New Jersey. I just get to live.
You
kind of do. You're not, put it this way. You're not the greatest state.
Well, why do you think I didn't pick any of the teams that play in New Jersey?
Maybe because that state sucks.
Wow.
Depends where you live.
Central Jersey, you're good.
Right, if you're in Jersey in general, it is.
It's broken up in different.
Most expensive state.
It is. No. That's only the North Jersey is a little bit of.
That's the whole.
You got to go to the garden. It's called the Garden State, my guy.
All right, put it this way: if you're doing the armpit, does this whole part of the armpit does that not count? Does that not count? Is it just this?
Count. Doesn't count.
Yeah. The Garden State.
It is a Garden State. Yeah.
I know it's called that, but I'm like,
we all can't be from San Diego, you know. We know what Ron Burgundy says about San Diego.
Well, he's not right there either. That's in California.
America's vagina.
San Diego.
Oh man.
On that note,
yeah, let's go back to football, guys.
All right, Instagram. We've been doing this podcast and this Instagram account for a little over a year and a half now. We've seen a lot of growth. We have seen a lot of slow, like during the off season. It really slows down. There's not a lot to talk about. But these past 2 weeks, really has been showing a lot of growth, and we just hit 10,000 followers on Instagram.
Let's go! Come on, clap that up.
Right, what an accomplishment! You know, when beginning of this year, we talked about goals for Instagram, and I was only hoping to get 1,000 1,000 followers by the end of this year. By the end of 2023, I was hoping to only have 1,000. We broke that by 9,000. We just hit 10,000. It's amazing to witness and to watch. And like now, Instagram, we are qualified as micro influencers now. We're micro influencers.
Nice.
Love that.
Yes. And then on top of us hitting 10,000, we have a subscriber to the channel. Our first subscriber to the channel. So welcome the new subscriber.
All right. Nice. We have a name.
Yeah. Let's see.
Let's get them some quality content.
Yes, it is. This is true. I was going to let's see here. The past 30 days, our Instagram account has reached 1 million people in the past 30 days. 30.
We're spreading.
Days.
We're spreading.
We're going. We're good. We're doing it.
So with that, we're growing it there. How's that? That I'm hoping that will continue to help growth on the YouTube.
YouTube's got.
Every once in a while, I see our TikTok gets a few TikToks going on there. I love it.
So our subscriber we have it's Mama Razzie 71.
Welcome aboard, Mama Razzie.
Welcome aboard. We got some stuff we'll talk about, and we're gonna start a channel with just our subscribers. But because of we hit our 10,000th follower, we are going to have a giveaway.
Oh,
the giveaway is going to be.
You can't give away any of your children.
No, my children, I can't give them away. The giveaway is for a Jalen Hurts jersey.
Oh shit!
Jalen Hurts jersey.
Okay.
Malcolm Jenkins' book, his autobiography.
Oh shoot!
And we're gonna give out one of the Friday Night Punks hats.
Okay. Oh boy!
All right.
Mark, so can't use the burner account, my guy. Don't use that burner account you was using.
Mark's got that burner.
Yeah.
So, in order for you to qualify for the Instagram giveaway, you have to be following us. Obviously, you have to like and save the post when you find it. Tag 3 friends, and then of course, if you post it to your story, you get a little bonus entry. So that's going to be posting up this week, probably on Sunday before the game. Look for that, and let's see what the next 10,000 going to look like.
Definitely.
Yeah!
Can't wait to see that.
Right?
Yes, sir.
Pretty cool. Oh, also last week's episode. Last week's episode ranked number 22 on all podcast platforms last week.
Damn.
So thank you. Thank you very much.
Clap that up.
Yes, for sure.
Before we move on to the 49ers, can we just give a shout out to BG?
BG.
We got the 5-5s on today. You know what I mean? And without BG's trash talking, Buffalo would have went into that overtime blindsided. BG warmed them. You know what I mean? Yep. He said, "Y'all want the ball? It don't matter. Don't matter. You don't know Jalen like I know Jalen. You know what I mean? You don't know him like I know him." He was very confident, and they went out and did their thing. So shout out to BG.
Yes, never 189 games. 189 games.
We should be doing our players of the game as well.
Oh, yes. I like that.
I like that.
So,
I'm gonna lay Zacchaeus with that nasty touchdown.
He went up at the peak of that and grabbed that ball.
He said, "That's my ball."
He sure did, and the accuracy on Jalen just to get it right to him.
Right, just the patience.
Patience
to even get it there.
Zacchaeus was scrolling through DraftKings. He saw I made that bet, and he was like, "You know what? Let's make this happen."
He said, "For more."
Exactly.
Good thing it ain't regular back there.
He looked up and said, "Yo, this is for my homie on the Squawking Eagles podcast."
Like, that's right. I don't want to jinx it, but Seattle is up 7-3 now. Just want to jinx it. Yeah.
Well, I mean, wait. Hold on. Let's rewind. Remember, Seattle is a winning team. So
this is true.
This kind of expected.
This is true.
You should kind of forgive me, right? Everybody, I don't know why they were such an underdog. 9.5-point underdog at that.
That's huge.
Yeah. So I put $1 in to see, maybe Seattle comes out and pulls something tonight. But
7-3.
Like Adam.
It was 7-3, and they only have 3. Dallas has 3 points because they couldn't get into the end zone when they were in the red zone.
Sounds like Dak being Dak.
That's what it looked like. Dak threw a pass into Witherspoon's arms. He got sacked. I don't know. Good teams, actually. I like that. All right. It's rematch.
Ring the bell. Hit the Rocky music.
We are coming into Week 13. San Francisco 49ers coming to the link, 4:25 Sunday afternoon. The rematch that we've all been waiting for. The rematch that we're all talking about. The rematch that we really wanted to see this year.
The one game that everybody had circled on their schedule. That game. That game time.
That game. The game that has the 49ers coming off a 10-day respite. 10 days.
Good. Because I'm going to tell y'all, like I told my coworkers at work, come Monday, I don't want to hear no excuses. Y'all at full health. Y'all got everybody there. If y'all get hurt during the game, y'all came in healthy. I don't want to hear nothing. No excuses.
Yeah, this is not a game where I want to hear that when the San Francisco 49ers lose this game. Mm-hmm. I don't want to hear any more excuses about the refs. Maybe the refs are in the Eagles' pockets. I'm like, sorry, but the refs did not kick that 59-yard field goal. As last time I looked, that was Jake Elliott. Jake Elliott kicked that field goal.
Every time I've talked to people about the refs when I feel like they're not going our way, I always hear the same response. It shouldn't matter where the refs are. Take the refs out of the game and win the game yourself. It shouldn't matter how the refs call. Well, guess what then? I don't want to hear it when it goes the other way.
Exactly.
I'm done.
Yeah.
Telling me all the time, like, nah, you can't do this, you can't do it, you can't do it. Get better. Okay, fine. We got better. We did win. We made that field. We made those plays. And you say, oh, the refs. Nah, bro. We did what you told us to do. We won the game. Nah, I'm not doing this anymore.
No.
Take the refs out, boys.
I'm done with the ref talk, and I'm done with the easy schedule talk, and I'm done with the luck. Their luck. Eagles aren't playing lucky. They're playing football to win a game. They're managing the game. They might not be calling the greatest plays.
Hold on.
What?
In the fourth quarter, they're playing to win a game.
They are playing to win. When they first start the game, they're trying to win. And when the game starts, they want to win. But the
players do.
To be more accurate, they show up about the 9-minute mark in the third quarter.
The players want to win the game. Brian Johnson wants to finish coloring his page. He wants to get a new box of crayons.
I feel when I'm listening to the post game, it's with Brian Johnson and his crayons every other clip. I think I'm going to start keeping a tally of how many times we hear about crayons.
Yeah. It's that time of the year where it's they keep count of what you've been listening to on your Spotify.
Yeah,
and all
it's
that
the rap,
stuff, right?
It's our rap.
So
rap year.
by the end of the year, Mark's gonna have a count on how many times he said coloring book or crayon.
I mean, would you rather me talk about Chip Kelly every podcast?
No, that's up in the top 3 right about now. I don't think there's been a podcast we've done without his name being brought up.
We definitely have. Although I definitely just jinxed it with this one.
Yes,
but I had to.
Man. So this game, we've all been waiting for this game. Week 13. I wanted it earlier this season, but I'm glad to see it now because, the Eagles are on a again. This is going to also could be another rainy game. This will be the third.
It is going to be a rainy game.
A third game in a row where it's going to be rain. It is the fourth this year. The fourth one this year. Let's hope that they come out and they run the ball, right? Because during the game, that's all we talk about: run the ball, run the ball, run the ball. And they wait too long. I figure they wait too long.
Too long.
There's a lot of talk this week about how the San Francisco 49ers are going to crush or smash the Eagles or destroy the Eagles. I'm like, no team has destroyed the Eagles at all this year. At all. Nobody's destroyed them.
Yeah.
And the fact that these people think that that's going to happen, it's just not going to. Some of the things I'm worried about is the tackling. Like, they really had a hard time trying to tackle Josh Allen last week, and I just don't want the Christian McCaffrey to just go rampant because they can't tackle him.
You don't have, if that man, because all right, now as we know, as football fans, last year was a bit of a crazy year, and this year has continued for CMC. But in his career, he has been injury prone. I don't want him to get injured. I hope he stays healthy for the rest of his career. I don't want to see any players get injured.
No.
But I'll tell you what, if something were to happen and he were to, just sprain something midway through the game or whatever, and they end up losing, that's going to be the excuse.
Yeah.
Or if Debo, jams a finger. Well, Debo can't. Or Brock Purdy, trips. Oh, well, he tripped. Well, there's going to be an excuse, man. That's how it's going to be. Because I've been thinking about this all day. I've been looking at this. Niners are really good, right, guys? We all agree how great the Niners are, right?
They're a good team. They're a very good team.
Yep.
All right, so let's go back. Let's go back to their season, because where we talk about Dallas hasn't beaten a winning team, right?
Yeah, who are their 3 losses against?
So I'm gonna get to that. So the Niners' first game was against a now winning team, but like the Steelers, who are falling backwards somehow into the playoffs. That team makes no sense. They're not good. They beat the Rams, who
they're really coached really well. Mike Tomlin's a very good coach. They're very
that team is.
They just got rid of Canada too, so.
But hold on, so
but go ahead.
The Steelers not good. All right, the Rams losing team. They beat the Giants, great. So has everyone. They beat the Cardinals. Everyone but Dallas has pretty much beaten the Cardinals. Then they beat the Cowboys, whose claim to fame this year was not beating any good team, but they're really good. They went ahead and they lost to the Browns, who are just a mess, as they always are. They went ahead and lost to the Vikings with a quarterback who had not played, right? Was that Dobbs' first game, or was that
first game? Yeah, 4 days.
Yeah. Never played for the team before. You lost to that?
He's also a rocket scientist, so it's okay.
Yeah. No Justin Jefferson? You lost to that?
Yeah.
And then you lose to the Bengals, who are also kind of looking abysmal.
Well, now they are no more Burrow. He's gone, right?
I mean, Burrow's barely been there all season.
Thanks for a reminder, Mike.
And then they go ahead. Yeah, they beat the Jags. All right, the Jags have looked really good. Yeah, they're really good. They're in the NFC or the AFC South. Like, or their division, their whole schedule is easy. Their biggest win was like a 3-point win over the Texans. What?
Yeah, Texans are tough. Texans are tough.
They beat the Bills. Well, so did we. We beat the Bills.
I'm not defending the Niners, but they've had some injury issues throughout the season.
I get it, and that's fine.
They're just now getting up to 100% healthy.
When they were healthy to start the season.
They also have 2 additional
they put up points.
They have with Chase Young on this team and Hargrave and Bosa. Those 3 dudes, that's going to be tough.
I understand. I don't think they've faced a true quality opponent all season. Like you could say, you can argue Dallas.
Yeah, Dallas is there. That's a true opponent.
Are they though? Again, they haven't even beat a single team with a winning record. They cannot beat teams with a winning record.
Hey, we're talking
and
about the Cowboys.
Lost to Arizona.
The Cowboys have not beat a team with a winning record.
Dallas,
right? Yeah, that's what we're saying.
Dallas. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's their best game to say. Like, oh, they beat Dallas.
Yeah.
Well, is Dallas really as good as everyone thinks right now? Like, they might look good, but are they?
Yeah.
I don't know if don't get me wrong. The Niners have great players. But I think last year they came in, and I don't think it mattered if Purdy had played or not. We kind of proved to them that you're not our level. This isn't fight number 2. This isn't like the big rematch. This is a reminder. Right. This isn't your place, boy. Go sit down.
Yeah.
You are in second. You will stay in second. Your part of the stool's down there.
Yeah, I hear it. Yeah, it's the 49ers as a fan base is probably just as obnoxious as the Cowboys.
Oh yeah,
to be honest,
they're
one of the same. I would say. What are your thoughts, Miguel? What do you got with this game? What's on your thoughts? What's on your mind?
Man, look, we just got and play 2 emotional games. One went into overtime. This is gonna be a fight for the all O line. Like this whole game is on the O line. Like that 49ers defensive line is a scary beast. And I know that their offense has weapons. Yes, McCaffrey, Ayuk, Debo, Kittle. But like Andy Reid has always preached to us, the game is won in the trenches. And in order for us to be efficient on offense, that O-line has to win every down, or as many downs as they can. And we got to run the ball. We got to set the pace. This is the type of game where you want to run the ball because you want to wear that defensive line down. You want the offensive lineman to smack him in the face, push him around, shove him around for at least 3 quarters until you can open it up. Yeah. You know what I mean? So to me, that's my biggest concern about this game is our offensive line versus their defensive line. So I feel like it's going to be a battle. Listen, I said in the beginning, play the Rocky music. This is, we're in week 11, right? This is
13.
13. The whole NFL season is a heavyweight fight, but this part of our schedule is the fight of all fights. Like we have a lot to prove. We have a lot to shut these 49er fans up about last year because they haven't stopped chirping. You heard Ayuk come out and reiterate that Bradbury's trash. So with that all said, man, with everything that's been said from last year till now, I believe even though this team has been through the beginning of this gauntlet in these last 2 games against the Chiefs and the Bills, I feel like they have a lot of resentment against this team, and that's what's going to carry them over. And if you haven't heard LaShawn McCoy about who's going to be at the link that day, because number 10 is coming back, baby. They retiring in his number. He's going to be the captain. The greatest punt returner, the greatest receiver in Eagles history. Deshaun Jackson, baby.
We'll play that. We'll play that right now.
Go ahead. Major issue with this. How in the world that you make the Philadelphia Eagles with the best record in football, the Philadelphia Eagles with the favorite MVP, Jalen Hurts, how are we underdogs at home? And at home, we beat the Cowboys, who's a really good team.
They did.
We beat the Dolphins, who's a really good team.
That happened.
We beat the Bills with a lot of talent.
Yes,
so
sir.
I'm just confused. You know what? This is why I don't take the gambling things really serious like that. They get up and they do all these little numbers. They don't really know what's going on. Because anybody in their right mind is going to take the Philadelphia Eagles on the money line to win that game. Come to Philadelphia, to the link, and with Deshaun Jackson, the best deep threat we've ever seen in history, retired as a Philadelphia Eagle.
It's going to be hype.
There's going to be so many fans for the game. There's going to be so many fans for Deshaun Jackson. They're going to be there. And you think that they going to beat us? Let me tell you who's going to beat the
Who's going to be there? Who's gonna be there?
I hate to do this.
Do it. What you gotta do?
Will Smith gonna be there.
Who else gonna be there?
Kevin Hart gonna
Kevin
be
Hart
there.
gonna be there. Who gonna be there?
Old school Beanie Siegel gonna be
He gonna be there.
Wait a minute, you thought I was finished? Meek Mill's gonna
He gotta
be
be
there.
there. He gotta be there.
Shady McCoy gonna be
Shady
there.
gonna be there.
Axon, William, Jackson, Deshaun is gonna be there.
He gonna be there.
And they think, hold up.
Who else?
Lil Uzi gonna be there. And I heard we are adopting Cardi B. She gonna
be there.
And y'all think we gonna lose to the Niners? Huh? Man, listen. Look. Can't wait.
Now,
Yeah,
no disrespect to D-Jack. I love him. I'm excited to see that. I'm just saying with your comment right there, A.J. Brown might have something to say about the greatest receiver in Eagles history. He might fight for that.
I listen. I don't disagree with you at all. Deshaun Jackson, though,
as it stands, yes, I agree.
Right.
I'll give you that.
Just the stuff that he accomplished as an Eagle. Unfortunately, some coach decided that it was good to let him go. But against my disdain, but that's neither here nor there. We can't.
Sorry, Chip Kelly.
Wait, you tell me to grab a bag of chips.
But Deshaun Jackson was, to me, the key moment when Philadelphia went from being consistently last to being one of the top teams in the NFL, because not only was he playing on Andy Reid's system, but he was one of the best receivers that we've ever drafted in my time as an Eagles fan. So we've always had sucky receivers until we got Deshaun Jackson.
I would agree with you, Miguel. He was drafted from Cal, and he was mostly like a punt return, kick return guy, and he was the best receiver Andy Reid has ever drafted, I think, because. Well, I guess before the Eagles, I guess Tyreek Hill he drafted Tyreek Hill, so. Sure. But as an Eagle, as a coach Eagle, I think he might have been the best draft.
You know
Eagles
what? I thought about though, because of exactly that. We drafted him as he was kind of more like a kick returner kind of guy.
Yeah.
We tried to spin that one more time. We went with Rager, and I think we learned our lesson that lightning only strikes once.
Yeah.
Clearly, that was a bad decision to try that round 2.
Yeah. I think one of my most favorite memories of Deshaun Jackson is in the Meadowlands, Miracle in the Meadowlands 2. The punts.
Everyone's favorite memory, my guy.
There's a lot of them. Like there's one memory where he goes off. Him and Vic go off on Washington.
First game of the season.
Like that.
First
that
play of the season.
First play of the season. That was
that Miracle of the Meadowlands. That's some Giants fans' favorite memory,
Yeah. Yeah. That's really those are great memories.
That's the last time they were relevant.
Yeah, for sure, right?
Oh man, that team fell apart hard. How about that?
Yeah. I have a friend. He's a really good Giants fan. He's a big Giants fan, and he has given up on the team. He doesn't watch, and so what he does is he roots against the Eagles. He roots for every team that against the Eagles now. So
for some reason, at both bus stops in my neighborhood that my daughter has been to, it's just Giants fans for like half of them. There's like 2 other Eagles dads. The rest are all Giants. I'm like, what are you doing here? Like, look, your teams are trash. You clearly don't you don't have good taste. So how'd you pick a great place like this to live?
This is what he said. This is what he told me. He goes, 10 years ago when the Giants were in the Super Bowl, he made a deal with the football gods. He goes, if they win the Super Bowl, they could be trash for the next 10 years. So they won the Super Bowl, and they were trash for the next 10 years. Now going on 12 years. And so he's figured that it's him. He's the problem that has made the Giants lose so bad. So what he does is he roots for every team that plays the Eagles, and it works. They lose. The Eagles beat them because he's rooting for this team. So every year, every week, it's last week it was the Bills. This week he said it's got to be the 49ers. Here he's got like Christian McCaffrey on his computer screen. I was like, if it works, it works.
God.
If it doesn't, it doesn't.
Yeah. I believe in that stuff, man.
I'm trying to get him to come on the podcast. He has not
responded because he's not here. So
he doesn't want to do it yet. He doesn't want to do it yet. But he knows it's gonna. He knows it's gonna be fun. He just doesn't know how to do it. He's not into it yet.
It's wild to me, right? The Giants have an opportunity to tank for the rest of the season. Rest Barkley, rest your best players, go for a top draft pick, and they can't. The Patriots tried to give him a game last week,
and they couldn't do it. Yeah.
Well, you notice how we had Sean on for the Jets, right?
Yes.
So we told him prior to the end of the podcast, you're invited to next week to discuss the game win or loss. Well, they won, and he came back.
Of course, you don't know Sean. He was going to show up. Yeah, of course.
Exactly. I think he would show up no matter what. The following week, though, or a couple weeks later, we played Dallas, and we had with Matt. And Matt came on. He made a crazy change to his schedule to be on with us.
Yeah.
And how did that game go again?
We won?
We won. And did he come back on the podcast?
No.
And then recently, like 2 weeks ago, we had a Chiefs fan on, right?
Yeah.
And we made the same offer to him to come on back.
Yeah.
Nope.
He's disappeared. I haven't heard. I heard him.
No, it's weird how other fan bases get a little salty when you lose. And guess what? We lost to the Jets. We were still here talking to the Jets fan. These Niners fans, you get a Niners fan on here, man. Get a Niners on here. They're salty the whole pod ahead of time. They won't come back next week. Guaranteed.
Yeah.
Did Beckerman text you after the game? We're still the ones. the only ones that beat you.
The only one. And
you know what?
That's the only thing. That's the only thing. I post, these reels, and it's either like this week it's been 49ers fans and Jets fans because Jets have this is what they're hanging their hat on. They're hanging their hat on.
Can you blame them?
That they're the only ones to beat us. Yeah. So some new news before we do our predictions. I want to do some news that is coming out recently. A recent tight end has been asked to be released from their team. That one tight end is called Zach Ertz.
Bring him
back.
Former
Eagle.
Bring him back.
Now he's got to clear waivers. He's got to clear waivers. I know, Miguel, you would probably say yes, bring him back.
Yes, bring him back.
Mark, what are your thoughts on bringing Zach Ertz back?
I mean, I didn't like letting him go in the first place. I like Ertz. Don't get me wrong. I Dallas Goddard. I had to finish the name because if I didn't finish the name, it sounds weird. I can't. My brain can't compute. When Goddard's on the field, Goddard's probably, in my opinion, one of the most underrated, unheralded tight ends in the league. That man knows how to make a play when he makes play, but he also knows not every game is going to be his ball. We have too many weapons. You got to feed the ball to Brown. You got to do the ball to Smith. You got to feed the ball to Swift. Like it goes around. So it goes around, it comes around. You're going to have good games. You're not going to have great games. But Ertz is still so reliable. He was you remember that he led the entire league in receiving.
Yeah. In
one of our years where we didn't have a receiver break 600 receiving yards, but we had Zach Ertz set an NFL record. It's and then we're like, hey, you know what, Ertz? We don't want you anymore. It's like, but the whole city's like, yes, we do. I don't know who said they don't want you, but we want you. If he clears waivers, I'm down. I wouldn't want to do a waiver pickup. I want him to get all the way clear, let a restructure contract, whatever it is. Because I'm not giving up picks. No offense, Ertz. I love you. I want you back. But
we just bring him in for this run. We bring him in for this run. That's it.
I wouldn't be surprised if a team like Dallas or San Fran picked him up off the waiver just to be spiteful.
Yeah. That's what I think.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Because you're giving up picks for this man. You're giving up the future.
But is it like a 6th round pick, right? A 5th? I don't know what it would be, but
depends on where he gets picked up, I think.
Yeah. If he makes it all the way through and the Eagles can bring him in, I'd take him over Stahl and Calcaterra, really, to be honest. Easy. Miguel, you posted, a question, should we bring Zach Ertz back? And I put a poll up, yes or no. 94 people have seen the poll and they voted. 93% say bring him back.
Nice.
93%.
Hell yeah.
What's the worst that can happen at this point?
Nothing.
Exactly.
We suddenly have two tight end when Goddard comes back. We go
a lot of 2-end sets.
And Goddard.
A lot of 2-end tight end sets. We know Zach knows how to block. I don't know how familiar is with Sirianni's blocking scheme. I'm sorry, Brian Johnson's coloring book.
I've heard it's pretty easy to get a hold of because you look at it and go, okay, screen. I got it.
Screen.
I know how to do a screen.
Yeah.
Do you know how to screen to the right? Yes. Do you know how to screen to the left and the middle? All right, you're hired.
That's funny. Another thing that I saw posted, they posted from Rolling Stone. It's about Travis Kelce.
Mm-hmm.
Machine Gun Kelly has offered
to put on the pod. This was on the New Heights.
You talked about it?
Yeah. The call was on the New Heights. The call was on New Heights. Yeah.
So Machine Gun Kelly is offering $500,000 to Travis Kelce to leave the Chiefs and come play for the Browns.
Right.
What was his reaction?
So the real offer was $500,000 and a donation to his school in the same amount, and to Machine Gun Kelly's high school as well, because I guess they went to rival high schools, and free breakfast and coffee for Travis Kelce and the locker room or whatever. So that was the official bet. But they actually said that was a dream, that they both wanted Jason and
they were Browns
Travis
fans.
wanted to play for the Browns.
Well,
so
I'll say, Miguel, where'd you grow up?
Here in New Jersey.
Okay, and what team's been your team your whole life?
Philadelphia Eagles.
All right, so first off, you're the smartest New Jersey person I ever met because you know the right team to root for. Secondly, if you were skilled at, I don't know if you played football when you were younger, but if you were skilled at football, like if you could go anywhere, who would you want to play for?
The Philadelphia Eagles.
Exactly. The dream come true. Yeah. I don't want to get drafted. I remember when I was younger. Telling my mom, because I thought I was gonna make a hockey team, because I just loved hockey. I love football. I was like, if I ever make it, if I get drafted by the Penguins, I'm not gonna play. That's what I said. I'm not gonna play. I won't do it. If I played football, I get drafted by the Cowboys, I quit. I retired day one. That was my mindset at like 7 years old.
Yeah.
7 years old. I was like, I won't play for another team. It's Philly or nothing. Don't even bother trying to offer me or sign me. I'm not doing it. I'll play for any Philly team for a tenth of the price I'd play for any other team. So let's just make that easy. They'd be like, oh, we're going to sign you. How's $10 million? Like, how about this? How about $1.5 million and go enjoy the rest of the team? I'm just happy to be in Philly. I don't need money. That's how it works. That's all you want to do. Like Reddick, no, I guarantee you if they're like, hey, Reddick, we can't offer you top dollar. He'd be like, I don't care. I'm playing in Philly to keep me here. When Swift's contract comes up, I guarantee you doesn't turn around and go, I want to be the highest paid running back in the NFL. He'll go, I'm playing at home. Keep me here.
I'm excited to see what they're going to do with Swift. Do they keep him or let him go? It's interesting.
Bro, we barely use him and he's a top 3 running back. He is a top 3 running back.
I know.
How do you not keep him?
I mean, all we have to really do is tell Swift, hey, listen, if you're going to chase the money, take a look at Miles Sanders in Carolina.
Ouch.
He don't look too happy out there.
I don't think he's going to chase the money. I guess I don't think he would. I would bet you. I could be wrong. I don't know everyone, and maybe people don't feel the same way as I do. I'm sure, in my head, I believe that Kaiser White didn't want to leave. I mean, he's also local. I'll bet he was devastated. I'm sure he's still happy playing in the NFL, but like, bro, to leave your home team?
Yeah.
I don't ever want to do that.
Yeah.
Speaking of free agent waivers and linebackers, how about the Colts releasing that linebacker and the Eagles brought him in today?
Shaq Leonard. The Cowboys had him earlier in the week.
Right.
Eagles brought him in this week, a couple days ago. He left.
Which is weird because all the rumors around it was if he left Dallas without a contract, that the Eagles were in fact going to sign him for sure.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking something happened with his what's it called? The physical.
He said he wouldn't sign till the weekend no matter what.
Oh, he did say that?
Yeah, he said I'm not signing till the weekend. I'm not playing this week.
The Eagles have made a few moves. They signed Chris Sims. Is his name Chris Sims from the wide receiver
from the Commanders? Yeah,
Commanders. Yep. And then they also activated the linebacker Von. His name is hard to pronounce.
But you see, it says linebacker and Von. Did you hear about Von Miller getting
did.
arrested for assaulting a pregnant lady in Dallas.
Yeah, he
must have been a Cowboy fan. She deserved it. Not guilty. Not guilty.
But we also have to say goodbye to Greg Ward. Greg Ward was released today because to make room for these new guys coming in.
Well, you know what it was? He apparently couldn't read the crayon. So
where's my tally sheet? Tally.
Oh man.
All right, let's do some San Francisco 49er Eagles score predictions. Now the line is Eagles 2.5 underdogs.
Which is ridiculous. At home.
Underdogs at home. Best record in football. Like this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
All right. Do you want me to go first, or you want to go? All right, go, Miguel. Go.
I'll go first. Listen, like I just said about 15 minutes ago, it all comes down to our offensive line versus our defensive line, and them giving Jalen Hurts to make a decision if he's going to hand the ball off to Swift or not, and this time not fumble it like they did last week. But I believe this is going to be, like I told you, a fight. It's going to be 27-24 Birds.
27-24 Birds. It's clear. That's the line right there.
Yep. I believe these guys are going to play with some passion. They're going to want to shut these guys up. They're going to shut the whole world up. I mean, look at everybody disrespecting us. So
yeah,
put some respect on my name.
Mark, what do you got, bud?
Less than like this year, honestly, it wasn't even a year ago. These two teams faced off, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And let's recap who won that game.
We did.
Birds.
Oh, we did. 31-7. Oh, they were without Purdy and their other quarterback and their other quarterback and their other quarterback. How many quarterbacks they're going to have? Whatever. All right, well, you got Purdy back. All right, bud. You got Debo. You got CMC. And it's like, oh, well, who did we lose since then? Oh, we lost Hargrave. Hargrave went and joined this salty bunch.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I have a question. And maybe I stand alone here, but I doubt it. I would think most people in Philadelphia would agree. But if you were to choose, if you could have Javon Hargrave back or have Jalen Carter, who'd you rather have?
Jalen Carter.
I would too. And is Jordan Davis better this year than last year?
100% better.
Okay. Yeah. And do we still have Hassan Reddick?
Yes.
And what about Brandon Graham?
Oh yeah.
And Fletcher Cox? I know he might be in.
He's questionable. He's questionable.
But do we still have him, right? Yeah. Still. And then our O-line.
Milton Williams is coming back. Don't forget about Milton Williams. Big Milton Williams.
Oh, yeah, you're right. And we got Milton Williams back. And we got Milton Williams. And we got Nolan Smith on there who's starting to get some playing time. And on the offensive line, we still got the same right tackle, right guard, center, left guard, left tackle. We got the same quarterback.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Lane's questionable. Lane's questionable.
He's playing.
He was out. He was out there this morning practicing.
He's playing. He took last game off to be prepared for this game. He's playing.
Yeah, whenever I see Jack Driscoll walk out there, it just it's the worst.
Look, I'm telling you, man. I'm looking at this and I go, all right, matchup for matchup last year to this year. What are the differences? What's positives and negatives? All right, so their quarterback situations, in tactically better standing this year than it was last year, but you're coming to the game with the same quarterback you had. As long as he doesn't get injured, it's the same quarterback. And if it does get injured, who's your backup? Because if Hurts gets injured, look, all right, we don't want Hurts injured, but I still trust in our backup. I don't know how you guys feel about your backup. Tell me you don't. Tell me if you can have any backup in the league that's going to match Hurts' playing style. Name a better one. And don't say Lamar Jackson because he's not a starter. It's not the same playing style. If you've got Crayon Munch and Brian Johnson telling you to do a quarterback draw, you want Nicky Foles running the quarterback draw? That man runs half a mile an hour.
He ran fast enough.
The Philly special was as good as it was because that man ran a whole 2 yards. All right. If that had to be a 10-yard play, it doesn't go the same way.
Right.
I loved it. I will forever cherish that moment in our history as fans. But let's be honest, he's not making a 20-yard play for that.
No, but that's why they brought Mariota in, because he's so similar to Jalen Hurts. Yes.
Yeah, he's overall. I'm not trying to say he's as good.
No.
He's not. As much as I love him, he's not that good anymore. And when he was younger, maybe a little more comparable. Prior to his first injury in Tennessee, he was really tearing it up.
Yeah.
But I don't think he was quite where he's not mentally where Hurts is. He's not physically where Hurts is. But if I had to have a backup, I like him. I think he's great for it.
For 100%.
If Brock Purdy gets hurt, who's your backup?
Sam Darnold.
That's who I want. That's the guy. You remember when he was so good? He took the Panthers all the way to the bottom of the NFL.
Yeah, he was great with the Jets, right? He was great with the Jets.
God, he was so good with.
He was way better than Zach Wilson.
Yeah,
way better than.
Don't forget, Zach Wilson beat the Eagles. Don't forget,
Zach Wilson did beat the Eagles. Now, all my point is, I'm looking at it
every day. Get reminded of that.
All I'm doing is I'm looking at it going, all right. So if we line up player for player. We had Miles Sanders. We have DeAndre Swift. I think that's an upgrade. You had CMC. You have CMC. It's the same.
Yep.
Okay. You had Brock Purdy. You have Brock Purdy. We had Jalen Hurts. And if you want to say Brock Purdy's an upgrade this year from last year because he had more seasoning, great. Same with Hurts then. You know, I think Hurts, he made some mistakes, but he's got, you got Hurts who's coming in. He's hungry, man. He's hungry. And you're going to come in and tell him, hey, Hurts, not only do we not like you, because we're the rest of the NFL. We don't like you. We don't like your push with the baloney play. We also don't think you can win this week. The Vegas odds are saying you can't win this week. And he's like, I don't care. You look at, all right, you got Debo. We got AJ Brown. You got Ayuk. We have Smith. We have Smitty. Kittle. Goddard might not play this week, but that's fine. Guys not playing this week. That's okay. So you have one up on us on tight end this week. That's fine. Linebackers. We're a little hurt on linebacker. I'm not going to lie. Cornerbacks, you're going to say Bradbury's trash. You're going to say a multi-Pro Bowler is trash. Debo, your trash talk's trash, man. Come on, step it up. Weak sauce. Now, I will say I'm a big fan of Diamador Lore. Obviously, I'm an Oregon fan. Everyone here knows that he was a former Oregon player. But in reality, that man is tearing up a cornerback over there. He's doing a great job. They got some cornerbacks. We have some cornerbacks. They got some safeties. We got some safety. Like, I'm just saying across the board, we have a lot of matchups that are the same. And all I'm saying is that last year with these matchups, we won by 20 points plus, right?
Yeah.
Like 31-7.
31-7. Now, the power rankings for this week have the Eagles at number 7 at the power rankings.
Who are you? I don't know. Where do you get your power rankings from?
This one is from ESPN.
There's no way.
ESPN FPI power rankings. It's number 1 is San Francisco, Dallas, Buffalo.
I'm looking at
Baltimore
power rankings and it has
Kansas
us number
City.
1.
I'm telling you right here. This is from what day did they post this? They posted this on November 29th. And that's what the power rankings were. That was yesterday.
That was yesterday. Football power index. All right, I see the power index. Okay, you're right. Yeah. That's weird. So the power rankings have us number 1. The power index has it at number 7.
Okay, so power
What
index.
the difference? What's the difference?
I don't know, but that's a huge difference where we are, though. I'll tell you that much.
It doesn't say what the stats are based on. Like,
what does a power
schedule?
I don't
football
know.
power index? According to football power index, I'll have to look up what power index means.
Listener, we'll get back to you on this one.
Yeah. Another thing I want to also bring up to you guys is that there was a. I know you haven't given your score yet, Mark, but they were ranking Jalen Hurts about quarterbacks right now. And this is guy Dominic. Sorry.
Oh, the one that has Dak number 1.
The guy Dominic Foxworth.
I hate that.
Dak 1, Patrick Mahomes 2, Josh Allen 3, CJ Stroud 4, Jalen Hurts 5. What is that?
I'm sorry. I've got to honestly. Anyone out there listens, especially Cowboys fans. I'm actually reaching out to you right now. In all honesty, what stat, what thing has occurred that you would think that Dak is the number 1 quarterback in the NFL? I'm not saying that he's better than Hurts. Not saying he's better than some others. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, he's definitely better than some other quarterbacks out there. But I want to know, in what realm of the league what part of it have you gone, you know what? This right here, this is it. Dak is number one. He is better than Pat Mahomes, record setter. You know, he's better than Jalen Hurts, current winner. I mean, I get it. You want to say it, fine. He's better than Josh Allen because he threw more picks than Josh Allen last year. Fine. He took away Josh Allen's rise to the claim to fame for 1 year. You know, look, I just want to know. What, like, even as a fan, I'm a huge fan of Hurts. I don't think Hurts is the best pure quarterback. He's a mobile quarterback. He's a great quarterback. I think he's phenomenal for us. I love him. But there's players with there's quarterbacks with stronger arms. There's quarterbacks who are faster. They're overall, if you were to break it down stat by stat like they do in Madden, let's say there's Madden, you're to rank everything. Hurts is not going to be number one of those stats. He might, I think, combined, he ends up being a top 5 guy easily, but he's not probably going to win that number one.
Yeah.
But Dak's not on that number one list. Dak, in my opinion, he's not close. I honestly don't think I'd put Dak in top 10. Maybe I'm biased, but I honestly don't believe it. I think if you look at the team he has, like, you sub him out for almost any other quarterback that would be arguable in top 10, and they would dominate the league. It is disgusting, the players that are on that team, for them to be so mid.
Yeah.
As it is, Niners, Eagles, this Sunday. It's a little rainy, but Brian Johnson's going to throw it up anyway.
Of course. Right.
Now, if they're smart with the pass rush defense that the Niners possess, they don't have a very good run. I mean, they might have a good run defense on paper. They don't have the run stoppers you need. Pound them in the face. Win this game easy. Play this sloppy-ass game Brian Johnson plays, the game's going to be close. Brian Johnson game is going to end up being like 37 to 28, something like that. Where I want to see it, where I think it's going, okay, is like last year.
Ooh.
But a little better. The Niners are going to win the coin toss and do so great, scoring 10 points, while the Eagles win the game, dropping 42.
Wow. Wow. All
right, let's put this parlay together. How many? Who's scoring?
Real quick,
I got you.
A football power index it was developed by ESPN, anyway.
Wow.
It is predictive. It predicts the offense, defense, and special teams values as measured by a fraction of expected points. The rating is basis of game level and season level predictions.
Look,
sure, okay, whatever.
I don't know. I got you this though. It's not parlay worthy. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna give you this one right here. You know what we're gonna do this week? We're gonna score on a fake brotherly shove.
Oh yeah, that'd be interesting to see.
We wouldn't say it's a brotherly sweep, would you say?
Brotherly sweep.
No. I think it's gonna be brotherly pop. Little.
Oh, like a jump pass. A jump pass.
Little fade.
But wouldn't you say that for a playoff game?
Normally, yes, but this is Brian Johnson.
Like a playoff game.
I'm surprised Brian Johnson even calls a brotherly shove.
You don't give that type of play out now.
Who cares? Because you know what? Come the playoffs, you know what happens in the playoffs? Suddenly, they're like, you know what? They got us last time. We're not going to let it happen this time. And we don't do it. We just brotherly shove our ways to victory because we can. Because we can. You're not stopping it. What? You're not stopping. No, we're going to pull the trick play out now. Have fun with it because we're winning this game.
Yeah.
Where's Stuart Scott with the you can't stop it. You can't even contain it.
You only hope to contain it. You only hope
you can't even contain it.
No.
Look, I'll tell you what. Does an umbrella stop the rain?
No, it diverts it.
It protects.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. You're not stopping this. Stopping this, man. Look, I'll tell you right now. AJ Brown's scoring a touchdown. DeAndre Swift is scoring a touchdown, and Jalen Hurts is scoring a touchdown. Easy. Put it up. I don't care. Throw it down. I'll put it on right now. That's happening. And the Eagles are winning.
You know, the bookies will tell you that, you know, the Eagles are an underdog with a 2.5 point lead here. they don't want you. They want you betting and putting money on the Eagles because if the Eagles win, they're going to win a ton of money. You know, but if
I'll play an alternate spread this week. I'll tell you right now what I'm going to do. I'm putting an alternate spread on the game that the Eagles win by 10 or more.
Well, that's my prediction. My prediction is the Eagles win 28-17. 28-17. They win by 11 points.
I love it.
Yeah, I don't.
By the way, anyone out there, call me out with my numbers again, guys. Please call me out. Say I'm crazy. Say I'm.
I just want to know who's going to score all these points. I want to put the parlay together. Like what?
Hey,
so Avante.
You gotta wait.
AJ.
So you gotta wait till like the day of. Like last week when I pulled out Zacchaeus, literally I was just looking at warmups for some of the teams. I was like, I feel like Zacchaeus gonna score a touchdown.
That's when you got to be like, no, I'm not gonna add it.
Nah, that's when I add it. Right then, that's when I add it.
That's why you lost the parlay, dude.
You guys gotta.
No, I lost parlay because it slipped for receiving yards. Because I was like, I should play it safe.
You got to record your screen, and we'll post it about what you're doing. That's what you got to do. You got to record your screen.
Throw it up there. I'll throw it up there.
I'll
do a little hot take or something there too.
You guys got to.
I haven't done my hot takes in weeks. I'll do my hot takes.
I'm excited for this. I'm excited for every game, but like my family actually wants to watch this game now because like they saw how exciting last week's game was. They're like, yeah, we want to watch this one with you too.
You know what just dawned on me?
What's that?
It just hit me like a pick six from Blankenship.
Speaking of Blankenship,
that's happening this weekend.
He played the most snaps that more than any NFL player in the last 11 years in one game.
Good shit.
I like that. He played special teams and he played all the defensive plays.
Did somebody play 81?
They said his it was the most he's ever a player has done in 11 years.
That's crazy.
It's wild.
You're going to see him get rewarded this week. Brock Purdy's going to wrap him up a present, hand it to him, airmail delivery.
Yeah,
as you're listening to this right now, Dallas is struggling against Seattle right now, 17-14.
Yes,
I'm sorry.
It's a good thing to watch because Dallas is not good. Dallas isn't as good. I'm excited to play Dallas next week. I'm not looking past the 49ers, but I'm excited.
Yeah, but Dallas is clearly looking past Seattle right now.
I should reach out to Nat and see if he wants to come on the podcast and talk Dallas next week.
We'll see.
He's not coming, man. He's not coming, my guy.
We'll see.
You know who is coming though? Bradbury's coming for you, Debo.
Yes. Yes, he is.
Yeah.
And when he snags that ball from your hands, and we have 2 picks on the day, 1 pick six, Blankenship, another just a pick from Bradbury, because Bradbury's smart. When he gets the ball, he kind of just goes down. He's pretty smart, wily vet. He's not going to risk losing that ball, but he's going to snag it, and he's going to look at you and go, "I'm sorry, you forgot to take out the trash."
Yeah, Debo's talking a lot of trash. He's talking a lot of trash.
He's been talking a lot of trash.
Called Bradbury as a person, called him trash.
I hope Brendan Graham looks at him and goes, "Hey, you're a little salty."
They're so salty. That's the saltiest fan base.
I told you, man. All year, I'm actually upset that they lost games. I wanted them to come into this game undefeated. I want the whole league to be just choking on them, being like, "Oh, they're so good." Beat the shit out of them.
Oh man, what a game! What a podcast, guys! This was a good one. Thank you for listening. Tune in to next week's post game after the 49ers game. We'll have our in-game reactions. Miguel?
2 things real quick.
Yep.
1, did you hear the theory that the Eagles could possibly pick up a linebacker in the first round of this year's draft, who is the son of a former linebacker that used to play for the Eagles, who committed to the NFL draft this season?
I did see
now,
this.
While I did hear that, I have, as much as I would love to see him join.
And we're talking about Jeremiah Trotter Jr., by the way.
We are talking about Jeremiah Trotter Jr. I can tell you 2 things about that. 1, we don't draft linebackers round 1.
Yeah.
Ever.
No.
Technically, Nolan Smith could be arguably a DN/linebacker, and that was 30th. But I can almost guarantee we dropped an O-lineman.
No, but if he's there in the second round, Howie's definitely taking him.
If he's in the second round, he's ours. But in the first, even at 32nd,
30
I
seconds.
You know, I feel like they're just going to look at that and go, line.
And the
But I
second
would
thing
love it.
Yeah, I
Yeah, it
would
was
too.
great.
I would too. And the second thing I wanted to bring up, and we talk about football, and unfortunately, football has injuries to deal with. And if you've watched Hard Knocks and you saw the Miami Jets game Black Friday, you saw Phillips go out with a bum Achilles tear. And if you watched Hard Knocks, you saw the heartbreaking emotion that went through that young man's head in the moment. And just to remind everybody, we all play a game. We're all watching a game. We're watching these kids play a game. And although we get a little bit hyped about the game when we start trash talking these teams, but it's all in good fun. These guys get paid millions of dollars to play the sport, and much respect to them. And I hope that Phillips has a quick recovery and is able to come back and play next year.
Yeah, he's having a good start to the year too. He's a good kid. Watched him in college. He went through hell in college to come back the way he's done. Has been impressive. I hope he has a speedy recovery. And can I just, on top of that, add though, I'd like to actually get a count how many players have torn their ACL or Achilles on that field.
Yeah,
I swear it's more than any other field. That field's got to go.
Yeah, it's a bad field. And they did an anonymous thing, and players have said that's the worst field to play on.
Worst field, which is insane because they're like people say how bad Washington's field is or how bad Arizona's field can be depending on the weather. But it's like this is always a bad field. If you watch the game or you watch Hard Knocks, you watch that injury. He literally like when he first it almost like it happens prior to the play. He kind of like looks like something doesn't feel right while he's walking. He's walking,
he's just taking off,
and it's gone.
That's
Bro,
tough.
That's not okay. That can't be.
Yeah.
There's so many existences of this happening. We've got to have a change, NFL. It's got to change. You're killing careers here, my guy. Definitely. Honestly, like you said, quick recovery, man. Good luck, Phillips. We hope the best for you.
Definitely. But we look forward to Sunday night. Let's go, Birds.
Let's go, Birds.
Yes, go Birds. All right, so follow us on Instagram, follow us on YouTube, Squawking Eagles Podcast. Reach out to Lockerverse, download the Lockerverse. They are doing a giveaway, they're giving away a jersey, Eagles jersey after the OT victory. They wanted to do a giveaway, so they're going to do a giveaway for the Eagles jersey. Go over there and check that out. And also look in our league tree. You'll see If You Know t-shirts, and also Friday Night Punks t-shirts. Go check that out.
Sounds good.
That'll do it for us.
You know how we do. Like the hat says, EAGLES, Eagles.
Eagles. Go Birds.
Fly, Eagles, fly.
Yeah. Get that Rocky music, Mike.